Hi guys, it is Sierra. Welcome to Salem Wellness Portal, a realm where we tackle inner healing, self-discovery, and self-transformation. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what's happening right now in the world. We're going to be talking about astrology. We're going to be talking about innovation and how astrology, and we're going to be talking about time as well. And if you hear a noise in the background, I am sorry. My washing machine is like going off. I closed the door, but it's still like, I didn't think it would be still loud, but it is still loud. And so let's just jump right into it. So right now we are in 2026 we are in April of 2026. We just had Aries season. We are now in Taurus. We just hit Taurus season a couple of days ago. And we have 7 planets in Aries. 7 planets in Aries. Aries represents movement. Aries represents action. Aries represents get shit done type of energy. And Aries is the ram, right? And we also, last year in 2024, I think, or 2020, I think it was 2024, in probably around October, November, around there, Pluto came out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. Now, Pluto going into Aquarius, it's the new age. And that's why I am also talking about all of this, is because our world is changing. Our world is changing, but not only the world is changing, our outside world, we as human beings are changing as well. Many of us are in the spiritual community. We are experiencing spiritual awakenings. We are experiencing breaking generational cycles, and it doesn't even have to be generational. It can just be cycles that you have experienced over the last decade, for your lifetime, throughout your life. Evolution is here. We are evolving on every aspect. And as the world is evolving, we are evolving. Our mind is evolving. Our spiritual insight is evolving. On April 25th, we have Uranus going into Gemini. Uranus is the planet of innovation, same just like Aquarius. It's the planet of disruption. It's the planet of change. And things are changing. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel the shift. And I'm coming on here because I know I have been deep diving into things and having awakenings that I haven't had in my lifetime. I'm 33 years old. I've never seen I've never seen myself so clear as ever in my lifetime. I've never seen myself so clear. I've never seen things so clear to me ever in my lifetime. I spent time journaling looking back at the last 20 years of my life, I can really say maybe around 15, that's when things really started to change for me. That's when things got really dark for me. Things just in my home life changed. The financial things, and I'm 15. I'm a teenager. Financial aspects of my home life changed around that age. That was like about 18 years ago, I want to say. I hope. I'm not great with math, guys, okay? So don't embarrass me. I'm not great with math, but I'm 33, right? 15. No, probably I'm off. I'm sorry. Hold on. 18, not 18 years ago. Yes, I was right. 18. Yes. Oh my God. I was right. I was right. And I had to, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, I did count that with my fingers. Okay. I did count that with my fingers, and I am not. It's okay. And I count that with my fingers and my little toes. Okay. So yeah. And I haven't been the same. I haven't been myself since I was 15. But it's crazy because I'm evolving, right? Because I keep talking about this liminal space. I keep talking about the liminal space. And I think we are all in a liminal space right now, whether we can see it or not. And my job is to show people how they're in a liminal space without them probably even knowing that they're in a liminal space. The space in between, the change, the evolution, the growth, is this what's next for me? Who am I becoming? And I just am here to help everyone who wants to help to see how it's affecting us on all different levels. And right now, the world is in that space. We are about to evolve into creatures who are, it's literally innovative, creative. If you are not on this journey with us at this time, you will be left behind. And as the great words of DJ Khaled, you either win with us or you watch us win. And I'm not trying to say that in a cocky or self-righteous or, in any of that. I'm trying to wake you up. I'm here to just help wake up. Let's look around. Reality has hit me. Reality has struck me. Like, oh, wait. And I think the reason, and that is also too what's happening, Pisces is no longer, and I can't remember exactly which sign it is, but Pisces is no longer in, and please forgive me, and I don't know if it's Saturn, but Pisces has come out of and Pisces represents the dreamy, the fantasy, that's what it represents, right? And the planet, it's a planet and I can't remember, and please forgive me. I'm going to try to Google it while we're talking. But we have just come out of that. I think it's Pisces and Chiron. I can't remember, but I'm going to Google it. But anyway, we have just came out of that. And so a lot of us can be experiencing clear mind, clarity, seeing reality, seeing the truth, of the reality, seeing, oh my God, seeing the truth is here. When I tell you the clarity hit, I don't know if you are feeling the shift. Please comment a planet. Do they have planets on emojis? Comment a planet if you are feeling the shift. Comment below. Comment on the video below, the stars, the moons, the planets. Put that down if you are feeling the shift, because the shift is happening. And I know I'm not the only one, because I'm not the only spiritual being on here. A lot of us are feeling it. And now is the time where we are seeing that we were never I am seeing that I was never the problem. I'm the solution. I was seeing that I was always just me. When I tell you that I looked at the last years of my life, I have a photo vine of all of me. From me as a baby, me in high school, me at probably 10 years old, me with my kids, me at my graduation, me when I had picture days in school when I was in second grade, in third grade. I have all of those up, and I was looking at her. And I'm looking at her and I said, I can remember up to one of the pictures. I can't remember my baby picture. But I remember one of the pictures when I was I had to be maybe 2. It looked like I was around 2. I remember that picture. And I remember going with my mom to JCPenney's. And I remember going with my godmother with them to take the pictures. And yesterday, I was feeling really sad. I was really sad because I'm damn, I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. I literally don't have parental figures. And it's a lot of us growing up without parental figures. And it's not even that I grew up without them, but it feels physically, yes, they were. Physically, my mom was there. My father was not there physically or emotionally. But physically, my mom was there. But she did not teach me how to be a woman. It was like I was thrown into the world. But she can only do so much because she probably was not taught that either. She only could teach me what she was taught. Right? You only can teach somebody something what you were taught. If you don't know about a class, you can't teach that class. You have to, right? Just unless you put in the work, you learn and you do the skills. That's where me is coming from. That's where I'm coming from. That's where probably a lot of us are coming from in our generation. A lot of us are coming from, well, you know what? I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn how to love. I'm going to learn how to talk to people. I'm going to learn how to communicate. I'm going to learn how to be in a healthy relationship, right? This is things that we are learning because we're choosing it. And unfortunately, just like a lot of our parents, especially if you're immigrant parents, and they have come to this country and, they grew up in a certain way. That's the way that they're raised. They have their, a one side mind track, right? Am I saying that? Mindset. Of course, it's going to be some type of friction. Of course, it's going to be they're not going to know what to do. They're in survival mode. They're just trying to survive. They've come to a new country. They're trying to survive. They're trying to learn what's happening here. They're trying to just do their best. And that's what my mom did. My mom did her best with what she know, and I've learned to forgive her for it. I've learned to accept what happened, that she couldn't love me. So anyway, I was journaling, and when I was feeling really, really sad, and I'm journaling, and I'm just like, damn, God, I've been alone since I was a baby. And it hit me that I don't think I was loved as a child, as a baby. I don't remember being hugged by my mother. I don't remember my mother kissing me. Like, I hug my kids. I kiss my kids. Like, I cuddle with them. I don't have memories of that. And it hit me that I started to think and reminisce about, wow, when they found out that they were having me, I'm the first girl, by the way. I have 4 older brothers. I'm the first girl. And it hit me like, I'm the first girl. I wonder how she felt. Was she excited? How did she feel? Like, did she love me from the womb out? Because I don't remember feeling that love growing up. I don't remember my mom kissing me. I don't remember her hugging me. I don't remember her telling me everything's gonna be okay. I don't remember that. I don't have those memories. I remember being loved in different ways, but not in the emotional way. I remember being loved by her buying me jewelry. I remember I had a beautiful necklace with a little bear with a green birthstone in it. I remember her buying, she would take me shopping, and she's probably the reason why I was obsessed with so much shopping, because that's what we did a lot. We would always go shopping. And even growing up, she said, I would take you guys to the children's place and I would buy you guys whatever you wanted. And that's what I'm learning too, is that materialistic things is not love. It is love, actually. No, it is love, but it's not the most important part of love. It's not the most important part. And this video may have to be broken down into 2 parts. But it's not important. It's not as important as a hug, as a kiss, as hearing your mother say, I love you. And how I knew my mom also loved me was because she would call me Missy. She was the only one that called me. She would call me Missy. And she was like, Missy, that's how I knew she loved me. I don't know, just hearing that come out of my mom's voice when she would say it to me, that it made me feel loved. And I don't know why, but it was maybe, I don't know if it was a tone, if it was this, but hearing that made me feel like she loved me. Just her saying Missy. She didn't have to tell me she loved me. She didn't have to tell me. But when I heard that, I knew my mom loves me. She may not have known how to show it. And I'm sorry I'm tearing up. She may not have known how to show it in the way that I really, truly needed it. By her being there for me when I had hard times. By her. Whew. We talked about father wounds. We talk about mother wounds. We talking about it. But I just want to help other people who are going through it too. Because you deserve to heal these wounds. You deserve to heal these things. And so anyway, yeah, I knew she loved me through that. Through different ways. And even her, growing up, when I would go hang out with my friends, she would, Mommy, I'm going to the mall. She was there. She was a provider more than she could have been of the feminine mother that I really needed. That a woman, and I think that's also too what makes me more, because I'm very masculine. I am very masculine as well. I'm learning how to really sit in my femininity and to kind of like put my masculine on the back burner, because I've seen it in my bloodline. I've seen it through the women in my family and how much they had to do for themselves. But my mom also was a single mom, you know? She didn't have the right men in her life to be that man that she really needed, you know? She was taken advantage of by men, because my mom was, I'm not gonna lie, my mom, she cooked, clean, like everything. Know how to dress, know how to keep herself together, like everything. She's an empress. But some of her choices made her be taken advantage of, not only by men, but by her children as well, by my siblings as well. I tried hard not to do it, especially when I started to become awakened. So I retreated myself back and kept space, because I know that I also didn't want that. I didn't, you only know until you finally see it. And when I started to see that I don't want to take advantage of her like the rest of my siblings did. And I don't know, it could still be happening today. But I looked at from, okay, I was never loved by my mother. What happened in my family? I was always bullied. I was always outcast. I was always different. No, they didn't understand me. But God helped me to realize that it's okay. They wasn't meant to understand me. But guess what? We are in a stage where things have finally evolved to a point where you can see clearly that you're allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to love who you want to love. You're allowed to be who you are. I had to go through down that rabbit hole and say to myself, Sierra, you were never the problem, girl. I had to tell myself, you can be yourself. You can be you. You can be you. You can be you. You don't have to put on a facade. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to try to be like her. You don't have to try to be like him. You don't have to try to be like them. You don't have to try to be like nobody but yourself. You are good the way you are. You always been. And I looking at my pictures at my younger self, I looked at the girl that I was, and something came up in my mind, because like I hadn't seen my cousin in years, and then we finally came together, and she told me, she said, you're still the same. She said, you're just a little bit more reserved. And that came up in my mind when I'm looking at my pictures, and I'm like, Sierra, you are the same girl, that bubbly girl, like, that fashion girl loves to put it together, the outfit, you are still that same girl. The girl who always wanted to go shopping, the girl who always hung out with her friends, the girl who always was happy and cheery and confident. And let me tell you something, when I was 15, you could not tell me nothing, sweetie. But then guess what? The noise of others, when you get when you start getting bullied, when you start feeling outcast, it kind of takes over. And you start to dim yourself. You start to go dimmer and dimmer and dimmer because you're like, oh, well, I have to fit in order for them to love me, in order for them to like me. I have to dim my light. I have to dim this. When it was never a problem in the first place. I never needed to dim anything about me. They couldn't rise to me, but that's not my problem, and that's not your problem either. You're not meant to dim any part of you. You're meant to evolve. You're meant to grow. You're meant to shine. You're meant to be seen in every aspect of your life. No matter what, you're meant to. No matter what that is. So, being able to see that clearly of how much that I can finally let go. The past no longer has a hold on me because I was never the problem. Those were never my burdens to bear. None of them were never my burdens. And I put them on my shoulder. And I've been carrying them for years, 18 years I've been carrying them. 18 years I've been carrying all of them. What are they going to think about me? What are they going to say about me? What is this? What is that? They have laid down. I have laid them down. I'm going to stop here. And if you are wanting to continue this episode with me, if you are wanting to find more about what's happening in our world and how we can evolve on not just a physical level, but on a spiritual level, mental level, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to deep dive into the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. For those of you who won't be joining us in part 2, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope that you continue on your journey. Continue on your journey. Bye.